Heroes and Legends. The Great War. Heroes and Legends. Oh Lord, I'm so excited. I'm at the end of the Great War. I'm even saying it differently. It's supposed to be legendary fighters for the Great War. Battle 21. Chaos ends, and the alternate endings begin. As Chaos fled from Scholastica, Andrew LaFleur, his granddaughter Diana, Mark Huey, and Uwe Huey gave chase to Plan X, where he was. They entered his chambers and fought and dueled with Chaos. As Chaos started to suck them into his void, the Allied forces banded together, resist Chaos, and fought back. With this, the floors had once again entered the chaos, literally. But I had enough. I too long had sat down and watched, or died, and watched my family and descendants take the helm. This time I finish what I started and end this fighting myself and take heaven's mantle as my own. And Diana's like, Grandfather, you're not saying yes. It's time that I declaim myself rule of the universe. So I give instructions to Mark UB to carry the Federation of the Flower, Carnaro Hotel, and Sporkon to attack the bunker that was led by Barbara and quickly the Mischief forces. And so he went to do that, and I instructed my granddaughter, Diana the Floor, and her brother, Uyui, to defeat the Albert Telecon and the Prince of Darkness to ensure the last of the evils were defeated, as I was going to make consensus with our allies to advance with me to Levanter Castle to end it all. The plan had worked. The crimson-haired Mark Ubi displayed his might and defeated the Tectoran army that was being led by Barbara. Barbara was so impressed by Mark Ubi's talents and the sudden appearance of the Federation of the Fleur, of the Federation of the Flower, Fleur Flower, that he was unsure about the full strength and size of his enemy, and so they retreated. And so Mark Ubi's forces went to join me in Levanter Castle, elsewhere, deep within the valves of the Milky Way. The Prince of Darkness and the Eye of Batal Khan, making plans for the preparation of Morgon Desert. He had sensed that chaos was defeated, but needed two more vassals. Suddenly, the Batal Khan main mechs were all defeated by Uyui and Diana. The Batal Khan was stunned and shocked as he went to face them, him being a god, self-proclaimed god, but the two siblings proved more vulnerable, more affordable than he expected. And yet Battalion and all of his technology, monsters, and robots were all slain, defeated, and destroyed. The Prince of Darkness was shocked. His plans were crumbling right before his eyes as he vowed that he would take down both Uyui and Diana and forge his plans. Uyui and Diana were determined, and their bond was strong. And the brother and sisterly bond overcame the darkness, and the Prince of Darkness was plunged into hell with Diana holding the elbow and slamming him down to the great pits, never to be heard from again. With that, the two siblings embraced each other as they fulfilled their hard mission. Now that all the evils and chaos was gone, all that's left to do was I to take the universe. So Lord led a huge contingent of the Federation of the Flower, the Cardinal Guardian, who was a loyalist of my army. He joined as one of the elder allies, and we advanced to Levanter Castle. The enemy was fast, but with determination overcame them. The enemy had traps, booby traps, ambushes the powerful Duke on their side. But we have overcome all challenges. The banker and top commanders, Anchorlines, Scotian, the Commonwealth, and the Bahara all fall one by one. Impressed by my dealings, Sumatran and his son Samritan and the Chaldeans of G. Lucan, Jerome, and Francis had appeared behind inside the castle and started to attack the royals directly. This paved the way for my ambush units, led by E. Mello Alive and some more of elder forces, to set fire to the castle, diminishing the enemy's defenses. With this, we defeated all comers, including the allies, the Albino. And soon, I rushed into the castle, led by my army, and overcame them. And also, Finko and Ricardo Gungan fought one last time. Ricardo Gungan overcame Finko, and Finko succumbed. And thus, Finko's soul was finally saved. Ricardo had fulfilled his dream. And with this, after defeating John Royal, Susan, his chief chancellor and advisor, covered his body with hers and said, "No more, please, we surrender." And then I threw down my sword to the ground, walked away, and said, "At last, the fighting is over. I have won. Men, raise up your blades and shout and rejoice, for my victory is now absolute." And all the officers and the men that had joined me all rejoiced. During that time, Mufara and Gaba came as reinforcements. And then Susan, realizing this, seeing the Sumatrans, the former Siegfried allies, the composition, and Josica, the four forces, and Incheon. Indeed, we did not stand a chance, even with the Tectoran. And sometime later, in Utopia, I made a speech to all the heads of the clans and armies that have fought in the Great War. I declared that the age of chaos was over, that my journey, which I started long ago in the third universe, as I sought to rid the world of crime, corruption, and bring a new age of equality for all, had finally been realized. And everyone cheered. I looked up upon heaven, telling those that have fallen, my dearest wife's surname, my son, Junior, Moron, and Grayton, and my family members that have fallen in the valley of the fallen flood all those years ago, over 1,000 years ago. I was greatly sorry I took so long to stand and rule. In the background, Duke was walking away. He stopped at King Roy. King Roy nodded his head. He said, "It's finished." And Duke went back home to be with his beloved, who was now well and cured of her disease. Diana and Louis stand side by side, as a new age of peace had finally begun. All was well. But however, this was a sad dream. I wish it was real, but anyway. In reality, chaos, the moment the Allied forces entered, had warped their minds to give them exactly what they were wishing for, the best outcome. At the same time, he remanifested Colonina as about to stab me in the chest, to end me, as I was secretly a part of the Prince of Darkness ploys. Barbara, who had spies all over the universe, had finally figured out what Prince of Darkness was up to, and figured the flaw of prime that had come out from me, and the golden goddess Diana, which is now the seed was now infected in Diana, my granddaughter, was the true things the Prince of Darkness was after to fulfill his plans to cover the universe in complete and utter darkness. So Barbara went quickly in his private speed ship, the fastest in the universe, to try to stop us before we went there. But when he entered, it was too late. Colonia had stabbed me. I was dead. The trance was broken. Diana screamed in horror. The last of her family was dead, and she was the last living on the floor in the entire universe. We then quickly killed the admiration of Clonina, and Chaos laughed. in gleeful ejaculation. And then Diana, furious about this, began to broke loose, and the golden goddess was reborn. Her power and might instantly destroyed chaos, and then it spread like wildfire. But Barbara, Uyui, and Markubi turned their blades on her and said they cannot allow this to happen. The universe cannot be destroyed. Since they cannot calm her down, they had to cut her down. Diana was pissed. She proclaimed, "This universe has nothing but grief for me. I give my all, and in turn, it's taken my friends, my family, my beloved, and everything I hold dear. I have nothing left. And now those are left, even my blood, has now turned their blades against me. There is no salvation left for this universe. I will destroy all my enemies of all time and space, all adorations since I've been a part of this universe. Ah, the albino, the Choas, destroyed my first love of the Atlantean king. Oh, I will destroy him now." And with a clip of her fingers, a great burst of energy swooped across the universe, bringing great fear to all that felt it, as the Choas and the Bina clans and all of their people were wiped out in an instant. The worlds of Bankron and Sharon, the scholastical people, and all the universe stopped in horror, thinking what didn't know what in the world this power was, and those that in the know thought this was the great evil that the Prince of Darkness was coming up with, had finally been unleashed upon the universe. Back on Planet X, the trio went to fight Diana by losing her giant golden hands and the overwhelming might of a goddess. She overcame them, killing Mark UB first, and then crushing her brother with her giant golden fist. And then they met Barbara last, as he was rallied himself to defeat her. She said, "If you didn't join the bike run, in your stupid sense of duty, and you naming me and Joseph being saved and intact, we could have prevented all this from happening. You are the root cause of this. I purposely saved you for the last. I want to make you suffer." And Barbara was determined to undo his wrong, that he secretly loved her. Because of duty, he couldn't do it. However, he was defeated and crushed. With this, Diana let out a great scream, let out a full power, and all across the universe was destroyed, including the Prince of Darkness and all the elders, the Shuran, the Bankaran, the Super Merchants, everything. Not a star, not an asteroid, not a piece of matter was left. Only her golden globe filled a now dark and empty void. Diana floated in space, crying in agony and defeat, and saying, This is all I have. Is this to be my destiny? To drift forever in darkness? I guess this is the curse of the goddess after all. Perhaps this is what the evil one wanted all along. Oh, I miss my love, my grandfather, my father, my friends, my empire. Diana wept bitterly, as no one alive was there to hear her, see her, or more importantly, comfort her. This was truly a dark and sad ending for the universe.